Hi guys, we're back. I'm playing a 330 Turbo, 3K guaranteed knockout. Um, $10 6 max, 1.5K guaranteed. And I am playing a Bounty Builder 330 Turbo on demand here, 1K guaranteed. So relatively smaller field anticipated in this one. It's only 405 remaining, even though this very recently started, probably about 25 minutes ago. So yeah, basically I am putting out videos of me playing because I'm hoping that I could maybe find a partner to help me learn the game of poker and see where I'm going wrong. Watch my session, learn from me, and hopefully I can learn from you as well. So if you need me to review any of your sessions, just hit me up, and I certainly can do that for you. Anyway. Other than that, I guess I'm playing. I'm a fairly tight, aggressive player. I don't do anything too nuts. I know in the long run I am a winning player on PokerStars, but not a huge winner, to be honest. But a lot of that could be just because I don't play very often. So last year I was up about $700 playing the $10 games, 5 to 7 and $10 games. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So yeah, I ended up having to cash out, to be honest with you. I ended up having to cash out my money. It was a long story, but I needed to pay somebody some money, so I cashed it out to be a nice guy and pay my friend back. So, all right, we get 2 pair here, and we're really hoping this guy's an ace, but he don't. I suppose in theory I could have bet a little bit larger there, but I think this SPRs are so short right now that we can go ahead and just do it that way. This guy has 21 big blinds left. And it's offsuit ace king. I'm just going to 3-bet. Try to play the hand in position. And if he shoves, I'm definitely calling. But we get this. We get the small blind just cold calling, a 3-bet, which if he's playing properly, this would probably be like jacks, but I highly doubt it. We get 2 callers. And this guy open shoves, and ace king is not going to be good enough. I can't call. Fold. What is this? Is this guy going to call here? Like, I really didn't think that he was going to call. Ace 10 versus jacks. Okay. So this is awful. Don't call with ace 10 suited here, ever. Throw that away. And jacks should have shoved to isolate pre-flop. I guess this guy's just shoving any two. Yeah, so jacks, he should have tried to isolate. He should have put a stack in on the flop. I would have called, and he would have been ahead of my range. Like, I definitely would have called with ace king if he shoved. I probably would have re-isolated on this guy, and it would have been a large pot, and I would have lost, but I would have won a side pot, I guess. Well, no, I don't think I would have, eh? No, I wouldn't have. I would have lost the game, I guess. He would have won with his ace 10. But, yeah, these guys play this awful. Right here, when it goes raise and then a 3-bet, and you're in the small blind, if we're really loose players, maybe consider 10s, but like probably jacks plus and ace king are the only hands you want to play in the small blind, and you're probably going to be playing for stacks, so I would just shove. Trying to get maximum fold equity with your ace kings. There might be some merit to cold calling with queens plus, but 10-7. If I was in the cutoff, I would open it, but in the hijack, I think I'm just going to fold. But that doesn't mean it's right to fold there. Maybe it's wrong. But that's just my playing style. I like to play fairly tight. Tight aggressive. And I don't... With these players, too, they're playing so loose. Like, this guy's in 80% of pots, 38% of pots, 29% of pots, 43% of pots. So they're playing so loose that, like, you need to play the opposite of your opponents to win. So that... Hence why you should play, like, maybe a tighter aggressive style, not a loose passive like they're playing. Mostly. Like, this guy's playing like a maniac so far, and it doesn't look like it's working out for him, and it probably doesn't very often. 5 hands. Maybe you just got to run a good hands, I guess. You could say that. But like 43-38 over 14 hands, that's way too loose. 14-14 is good stats. Fairly good. Generally speaking, you want your VPIP and your pre-flop raise to be in about within 7 of each other. To be like, that's an indication of a good player that's playing properly. Mine's out of whack there, but that's just I fold. That's just because it's just such a short sample. Like, if you look here, it's correct, and then you look here, it's a little bit tighter, but it's within 7 of one another. Because if your VPIP is it's bigger than 7, that means you're calling a lot, and you really shouldn't be calling a lot. So, okay, here's an easy call. This guy min raises this guy. This is a call as well, and we get a flop. Probably could be check raised, but this guy's so aggressive. They're so loose that, what the fuck what kind of bet is 80? I should have check raised. I think I might check raise the turn, actually. He's not calling. I doubt it. He's played. No, really. Well, what the fuck? He min bets the flop. All right, I check, I guess. I'm going to give up on it. I don't need to put my stack in here. Okay, 360. All right, I call. And call. He just min bet the flop, and I got a read on him, kind of, that he's playing super aggressive, and probably his min bet means that he has a really bad hand, like a really marginal hand. I probably could have got him to, I thought I could get him to fold, but it didn't work out. So it's all good. We still got lots of money. I don't normally do that, really, check raise, like, especially guys like this that are playing so loose. I probably was a bad play. I don't know. I think it's working. Like, I guess I raised almost the pot, so that has to work, like, probably like 47% of the time to be profitable or something like that. And I think it was working a decent amount, so. But it didn't, and my own advice is to not bluff in the early stages of the tournament, because you're going to get called very frequently by garbage. People are just not going to fold, so don't bluff. They're not going to fold anything. These players are just ridiculous, so you shouldn't bluff, but I did. I tried. All right, so we don't flop a set, so we get out of the way. So I tried to bluff and it failed, and I probably should have took my own advice and not bluffed when the tournament is only been running for an hour. Like, once it's in the later stages, you can bluff a little bit. People are more fearful of losing, and the better players are kind of, there's like the people that are a little bit more competent anyway are in the tournament, and you have guys like this guy will be out of the game, right? So he'll be long gone, trust me. Unless he's running like insanely well. Because when you play 47% of hands, like, oh, nice, we got a straight. We have the nuts. And it's a flop that conceivably would have connected well with them as well. Oh yeah, the blinds are super tight. We have to open this. Put out a half pot bet. The SPRs are shallow, so it's going to be easy to get all the money in by the river. 2 callers. Somebody could have a worse straight now. Put it at 857. Oh, I didn't realize he was in, and I screwed up. Whoops. I do that once in a while. Okay, that was not a very good card for us. But I'm going to shove, because I have a straight. And I have to go with it. If somebody has 3 kings, they're calling. Wow. Jack 3. That guy just gave me his stack. That was crazy. Anyway, that's good. That's what you're hoping for. I can't believe that guy did that with Jack 3. That was absolutely insane. Like, what are you beating on this flop? Like, I don't get it. Anyway, I guess I'm grateful for this guy giving me his tournament life. That really helps. I'm in 115th place now and averages 5,000. I recuperated my losses from that bluff, I guess. I figured he'd have a 3 kings. Like, I did, 3 kings would make sense there. Okay. So, with 7-8, I am going to min raise 2.1x. I like to put out a 2.1x because I get a little bit more fold equity when I do that, I find. The math is a little bit harder for people to do, and you get a little bit more respect. And 7-8 suited in the hijack is pretty much the bottom of my range. Ooh, he just opened jams, so he probably has something pretty good. But we're gonna have to fold that. And at the bottom of my range for aces in the low jack would be probably ace 10 offsuit. I don't really play around much with ace 9. I think like GTO dictates that you can't play ace 9 like against like players that are playing perfectly. But these players aren't playing perfectly. They're playing pretty loose, very like way too loose, and you're going to end up out of position a lot of the time with a marginal holding. So 3x the queen jack. We'll set mine here. Let's put out a 2.5x. This was a pretty one, but we got to fold it. So we just raised 2 hands. If we had a tighter image, I probably would raise this, but we don't, so we're going to fold. Here, we don't have enough money to justify calling. We don't have implied odds, so especially when this guy has 7 big blinds. So limping with any hand in this spot is incorrect. With 10 big blinds or less, GTO strategy will always dictate that you shove anything that you're going to play. So it's always GTO to shove. Unless, like, it's a min raise and you're defending your big blind. That's, like, the only exception, really. Then, yeah, it's probably more profitable just to call and then play pretty straightforward on the flop. This is a 440 12K guaranteed. So $4.40, 12K guaranteed. So they're probably anticipating a lot of players in this. 894, so probably about double that. So 1,600, 1,700 by the time late reg is over. And it's not a turbo, so that's good. I don't really like turbos as much because the skill advantage is negated when the blinds go up extremely quickly. I like more room. I like more time when I'm playing with a deep stack. We get pocket 10s right off the bat here in the small blind. We get a raise from early position. And we get a re-raise. And guess what, guys? This is kind of cool. This is a fold. Did you know that? 10s are a fold in the small blind when it goes raise, re-raise. I'm not closing the action. This guy can 4-bet. And, yeah, it's actually a fold. Because early position open. And this guy 3-bets. And you don't see many 3-bet bluffs in the micro stage.